The story of ABBA and Benny Andersson is often told through glitter, chart success, and unforgettable melodies. But behind the polished surface lies a much more layered journey of creativity, personal change, and quiet resilience. From humble beginnings in Sweden to becoming one of the most successful pop acts in history, the group shaped global music culture in ways that still resonate today. Benny Andersson, in particular, played a central role as a composer and musical architect, helping craft songs that balanced emotional depth with irresistible pop hooks. While fans often focus on the spectacle of ABBA's costumes and performances, the real foundation of their success was built on years of experimentation, collaboration, and personal relationships that evolved alongside their music. The group's rise was not instantaneous but developed through smaller Swedish pop projects, gradual recognition, and a series of artistic risks that eventually paid off on the world stage. Even after their peak years, their music continued to influence new generations of artists, proving that their appeal goes far beyond nostalgia. Understanding Benny Andersson's journey helps illuminate not only the origins of ABBA, but also the human story behind one of pop music's most enduring legacies. Early life and musical foundations in Stockholm. Benny Andersson was born in Stockholm in 1946, into a family where music was already present in everyday life. His early environment was shaped by both structure and creativity, with a father working as an engineer and a family background that included folk music traditions. From a very young age, he was exposed to the accordion, an instrument that played a significant role in Swedish folk culture. This early exposure helped him develop an ear for melody and rhythm before he had any formal training. By the time he was a child, he was already showing curiosity for different kinds of music, ranging from traditional Swedish tunes to early rock and roll records that were entering Europe from abroad. His first instruments were simple, but they allowed him to experiment freely, and by his pre-teen years he was already exploring the piano. School did not hold his attention for long, and his interest in performing quickly grew stronger than his interest in academics. This early independence pushed him toward youth clubs and small performances, where he began to understand how music could connect with audiences. These formative years were essential in shaping his melodic instincts and laid the groundwork for his future career as a composer capable of blending folk sensitivity with pop accessibility. Teenage years and the rise of the Hep stars. As Benny entered his teenage years, his musical ambitions became more serious and visible. He left traditional schooling early and began performing with local bands, which gave him his first real taste of professional music life. His breakthrough came when he joined the Hep stars, one of Sweden's most popular pop groups during the 1960s. As the keyboard player, he quickly became a defining musical force within the band, even though he was not initially the frontman. The group specialized in covering international hits, but Benny's growing interest in songwriting soon changed their direction. He began composing original material that helped the band stand out in a crowded pop scene. Songs he contributed played a major role in transforming the Hep stars into a nationally recognized act, earning them a loyal fan base and significant chart success in Sweden. During this time, he also began experimenting with musical arrangement and production ideas that would later become central to his work in ABBA. His time with the Hep stars was not only about fame but also about learning how the music industry worked, how audiences responded to pop music, and how collaboration within a band could shape creative output. This period marked the transition from talented performer to serious songwriter, setting the stage for even greater collaborations ahead. Creative partnerships and the meeting of Björn Ulvaeus. A turning point in Benny Andersson's career came when he met Björn Ulvaeus in the mid-1960s. Their meeting brought together two strong musical personalities who quickly discovered a shared interest in songwriting and arrangement. While Benny was deeply rooted in melody and instrumentation, Björn contributed lyrical ideas and structural songwriting skills. Their partnership developed organically, first through casual collaborations, and later through more structured songwriting sessions. Together, they began crafting songs for other Swedish artists, gradually building a reputation as a songwriting duo with strong commercial potential. Around the same time, both men became connected with the Swedish pop and entertainment scene that included rising vocalists Agneta Fältskog and Annie Frid Lyngstad. These personal and professional relationships began to overlap, creating a network of collaboration that would eventually lead to the formation of a group. The chemistry between the four artists was not initially planned as a band concept, but developed through shared studio work, backing vocals, and informal performances. As their collaborations increased, It became clear that the combination of Benny and Björn's songwriting with the vocal strengths of Agnetha and Unfiltered created something unique. This creative partnership laid the emotional and musical foundation for what would later become one of the most successful pop groups in history. From personal relationships to a shared musical identity. As the early 1970s approached, the personal and professional lives of Benny, Björn, Agnetha, and Unfiltered became increasingly intertwined. Two romantic relationships formed between the members, adding both emotional depth and complexity to their collaboration. These relationships influenced their music, as the group began performing together more frequently and experimenting with vocal harmonies and shared arrangements. What started as informal studio cooperation gradually evolved into a more structured musical identity. The group performed together on small tours and television appearances, often credited under long and descriptive names that reflected their individual identities rather than a unified band name. Despite the lack of a clear branding strategy at first, their sound was becoming increasingly distinctive. Benny's compositions provided melodic strength, while the contrasting voices of the two female singers added emotional range and texture. During this period, they also participated in national music competitions, gaining exposure and refining their stage presence. Although not every performance resulted in immediate success, each experience contributed to their growing confidence as a group. The blending of personal relationships and musical collaboration created both challenges and inspiration, but it also helped establish a strong foundation for the next phase of their career, where they would step onto the international stage under a new and iconic name. The formation of ABBA and the first steps to fame. The transition from a loosely connected group to a unified act happened gradually, but a key moment came when the name ABBA was adopted. The name, formed from the first letters of the members' names, symbolized their transformation into a single artistic identity. Early performances under this name were still experimental, but the group quickly began refining their sound and image. Their participation in Swedish music competitions provided an important platform, particularly in national selections for Eurovision. Although early entries did not always win, they helped the group gain visibility and experience. One of their early breakthrough songs demonstrated the potential of combining catchy pop melodies with polished production, and it began attracting attention outside Sweden. During this time, Benny and Björn's songwriting matured significantly, with stronger structures and more memorable hooks. The group also benefited from improved production techniques and a growing understanding of how to appeal to international audiences. Their early recordings showed a blend of pop, folk, and contemporary European influences, making their sound both familiar and distinctive. While they were not yet global stars, the foundation was firmly in place. The decision to fully commit to the ABBA identity marked the beginning of a new era, one that would soon lead to international recognition and enduring fame. Eurovision breakthrough and international recognition. The defining moment in ABBA's rise came with their participation in the Eurovision Song Contest in 1974, with the song that would become their breakthrough hit. Their performance marked a shift from national popularity to international stardom. The song's energetic style, combined with its strong melody and polished production, set it apart from many of the other entries. Winning the contest opened immediate doors across Europe and introduced ABBA to a global audience. Following the victory, the group experienced rapid success in multiple countries, with their music climbing charts far beyond Sweden. This period also marked the beginning of their distinct visual identity, including bold costumes and a theatrical stage presence that became a signature part of their image. The success of their Eurovision entry was not an isolated event, but the result of years of songwriting development and collaboration. It demonstrated Benny Andersson's ability to craft music that was both commercially appealing and emotionally engaging. The win also changed the group's trajectory, leading to international tours, television appearances, and growing demand from record labels worldwide. From this point onward, ABBA was no longer a regional act but a global pop phenomenon in the making. Global success and the golden era of hit songs. Following their Eurovision breakthrough, ABBA entered a period of extraordinary global success. Throughout the mid to late 1970s, they released a series of hit singles and albums that dominated charts across Europe, Australia, and beyond. Songs became instantly recognizable for their melodic strength, emotional lyrics, and sophisticated production. Benny Andersson's role as a composer was central, as he continued to develop arrangements that balanced pop accessibility with musical depth. Albums from this period included multiple international hits that defined the sound of the decade. Their music videos and television appearances further enhanced their popularity, helping them reach audiences in markets that were traditionally difficult for European pop acts. The group's ability to consistently produce chart-topping songs made them one of the most successful acts of their time. Despite language barriers and changing musical trends, their songs maintained broad appeal. This era also saw increasing attention to their personal lives, as relationships within the group became more complex under the pressure of fame. However, their professional collaboration remained strong, and they continued to tour and record at a high level. The combination of commercial success and artistic consistency solidified ABBA's position as a defining force in global pop music history. Touring life, public pressure, and international fame. As ABBA's fame expanded, so did the demands of touring and public life. The group performed in major arenas across Europe, Australia, and other regions, often facing intense schedules and high expectations. Touring brought both excitement and exhaustion, as the scale of their audiences grew dramatically. In countries like Australia, their popularity reached unprecedented levels, with concerts attracting massive crowds and extensive media coverage. However, the pressure of constant travel and performance began to take a personal toll on the members. Despite this, their stage performances remained highly professional and carefully produced, showcasing Benny Andersson's commitment to musical precision. The group also faced the challenge of balancing their private lives with their public image, as media attention increasingly focused on their relationships and personal changes. Even with these pressures, ABBA continued to release successful albums and singles, maintaining their position at the top of international charts. Their ability to adapt to different markets and audiences demonstrated their versatility as artists. Touring became both a celebration of their success and a reminder of the demanding nature of global fame, marking one of the most intense periods in their career. Shifts in sound and the beginning of change. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, ABBA's music began to reflect a more mature and introspective tone. The themes of their songs shifted from youthful romance and celebration to more complex emotional experiences, including separation, reflection, and change. Benny Andersson's compositions during this period showed greater depth and experimentation, incorporating more sophisticated arrangements and production techniques. The group's albums began to explore darker and more reflective themes, signaling an artistic evolution. At the same time, personal relationships within the group were undergoing significant changes, including the end of the marriages between the members. These personal developments inevitably influenced the emotional tone of their music, even when the artists insisted on separating personal life from creative work. Despite these changes, the group continued to achieve commercial success, although the dynamic was clearly shifting. Their music remained popular, but there was a noticeable transition from upbeat pop anthems to more reflective storytelling. This period marked the beginning of the end of their original era, as the members began to pursue more individual paths while still collaborating professionally. The evolution in sound reflected both artistic growth and the realities of change within the group itself. The final years and lasting musical impact. In their final years as an active group, ABBA released music that showcased maturity, introspection, and refined production. Their later work was less focused on global touring and more centered on studio creativity. Benny Andersson continued to play a key role in shaping their sound, contributing complex musical arrangements that reflected years of experience. While commercial dominance began to slow compared to their peak years, their influence remained strong across international markets. Eventually, the group members chose to step back from active collaboration, leading to an unofficial hiatus that marked the end of an era. Despite this, ABBA's music never faded from public memory. Their songs continued to be played on radio, covered by other artists, and discovered by new generations. The emotional depth and melodic strength of their work ensured long-term relevance far beyond their active years. Benny Andersson went on to pursue other musical projects, further demonstrating his versatility as a composer. Today, ABBA's legacy is not only defined by their chart success but also by their lasting cultural impact. Their music continues to resonate because it captures universal emotions in a timeless way, ensuring that their place in music history remains secure for decades to come.